I've been doing a lot of retail arbitrage lately. Literally, it is midnight. It's 13 minutes past midnight as I'm shooting this video on the day before you actually see it. And I just got home from a trip doing retail arbitrage. So let me pour myself some tea because we're going to talk a little bit today. Today, I am going to show you, not really show you, but we are going to talk about retail arbitrage. And it's going to be more one of those podcast style videos where I talk and explain some strategies to you guys as I like to do. And I noticed that you guys actually liked those. By the way, if you guys want me to do some live retail arbitrage videos, as I did a few in the past, feel free to ask me in the comments. Let me know in the comments and I will surely do it. All right. So as you guys know, if you've been following the channel for a while, not the last 9 months, because it's been 1 month that I'm back in the US, but for the 9 months previous that precedes the last month, I was traveling and I was outside of the US, I was overseas. All right, and because of that, I was not able to do retail arbitrage. But even before that, I actually stopped doing retail arbitrage and I moved 100% to online arbitrage for one reason that I talked a tiny bit about on this channel, but that I'll make a full video on the subject because it's a crazy story, right? But okay, I'll just give you a sneak peek. I almost went to jail not because of retail arbitrage, but because I almost went to jail, so I was not able to go to do more retail arbitrage, and not because I'm a criminal or stuff like this. Okay, just because of my immigration situation, I was not able to drive anymore. It's a long story. Okay, so I did not have an American driver license. I still have a foreign driver license. Crazy story. But in today's video, we are going to talk about, and it's already been 2 minutes. You know, it's one of those videos. We are going to talk, you and me. All right, one-on-one. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how to actually improve when doing retail arbitrage. Because of course, I do not plan to do retail arbitrage for the rest of my life. Okay, I just got back and it was super random. So let me actually tell you this story. Because before we actually go into the strategies to get better at retail arbitrage and all that stuff, let me tell you actually how I actually got back to doing retail arbitrage. So I got back in the US, and so if you do not know, before I left and when I was here, I actually have an eBay business as well, right? Not as big as the Amazon business, but that was a decent size, right? I had a couple of sales daily, and so it was a great side income, okay, the eBay business, all right? So I actually started by selling Amazon returns or stuff that I was not able to sell anymore on Amazon, and I saw that some stuff was actually selling, and so I started developing my eBay business based on that and started sourcing a little bit for eBay, and so, you know, I brought the business to a couple of orders a day, all right? So when I got back to the US, so my eBay business went back to zero. And I said, and while I was away, I said, when I get back to the US, I'm going to go all in. Not all in, but I'm going to double down on my efforts on actually growing the eBay business, right? And so I went to Ross and I looked at the clearance. I was going to Ross to source for the eBay business, right? And so in my coaching groups, there's a product that I love to sell doing online arbitrage on Amazon, right? And so while I was at Ross a couple of weeks ago, because pretty much at Ross, you need to know the sales cycle, you need to know when they actually replan the stocks and when they actually put the new clearance. And so I was there on one of those days, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about those days because I actually talked with somebody working at Ross, a security guy at the Ross on 5th Street at South Beach. So shout out to you if you come on this video, but I have more insights regarding the sales cycles at Ross, right? But so I was there on the day when they actually restock, right? And it's super hot. Almost burnt myself. And I noticed this product. So I was just checking for products for eBay randomly, you know, because like pretty much you need to know, okay, eBay is an inventory business as well. And with eBay, you need to be listing every day. All right. So I was looking for products to actually feed my inventory, to build back my inventory for the eBay business, right? Because also the eBay business, it's a business where I will be able to hire a full-time employee way faster than with the Amazon business. And this is actually something that I need for my American visa, okay, so I said, you know what, let me take care of that. So my main goal right now is not even with the Amazon business. My main focus, and of course my focus is still on the Amazon business, right? But and not really, because I have VAs working for my Amazon business right now, so there's a lot of things that is dedicated. But most of my focus right now, most of my mental power, if I can say so, is dedicated to growing the eBay business fast, so I can get somebody to work full-time, hire somebody full-time on the eBay business to list inventory, take pictures, because there's a lot of things there's a lot of work that needs to be done with the eBay business. And so just so I can check that case as fast as possible, and I know that this is taken care of. I have a full-time employee, that's fine, I have work for him to do, and of course the employee is going to work as well on the Amazon business, but like, this is really one thing that I'm focused on, so I can just check that case and move on. All right. So I was just there minding my business at Ross, and I saw this specific product that I am used to sell all the time. And I talked about it a lot, by the way, in the last few weeks. So if you've been focused, and not in the last few weeks, but in the last few months, this is a product that I talked a lot about, you know, in previous videos, right? And so, especially this summer. So if you want to dig, feel free to do it. But if you are on my coaching groups, you know, like if you are on my more advanced coaching groups, on my first coaching groups, you know what products I'm talking about, because we are actually, so pretty much my one of my coaching group, one specifically, turned pretty much into a bolo retail arbitrage group, because we are going hard with this product. So in my coaching groups, I actually explain how to source this product, how to manufacture your margins when doing online arbitrage, and I explain the sales cycle a little bit, so people actually know to source these products. But we found it, so at that day, I found it at Ross for way cheaper, and I said, guys, this product is at Ross for way cheaper than what we could get it online, so it may be wise to actually go and do all the Ross in your state, or all the Ross in your city, in your county at least, and the next county, to stock up on that inventory, because this is stuff that sells super fast as well, right? And so I ended up doing way more retail arbitrage. Not way more. I don't think I've been doing more retail arbitrage than online arbitrage. I would need to check at the numbers. But I ended up doing way more retail arbitrage in the last few weeks, because I'm pretty much going store to store to actually pick up that inventory. And I have bad news for you. Okay, so if you are right now, if you're in Miami-Dade, or forward more Miami-Dade, if you're in Miami-Dade, I'm sorry to tell you, but you were probably not able to see this product in Ross stores on the shelves, because I've been clearing out the shelves. Okay, so I'm sorry, but you have to compete with me. I'm obsessed. Okay, I'm obsessed. I'm a psycho. I cleared off the shelves. You haven't seen this product. Okay, you haven't seen it at all. Okay, if you're in Miami-Dade, I'm telling you, you haven't seen this product. And so yeah, I'm sorry for everyone that have to compete with me. And you just see the way I work with my YouTube channel. I'm relentless. So good luck competing with me. Really good luck. I really feel bad for you guys. But yeah, jokes aside, it's not even a joke. It's the truth. I would go crazy trying to compete with me. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot more retail arbitrage, and so I've been thinking a lot about how to actually scale retail arbitrage, because I've seen a couple of guys actually scale retail arbitrage to crazy numbers. So there's actually one guy in my coaching group, Ernie, shout out to you, Ernie, who's doing crazy numbers with retail arbitrage, okay? And he's in a group for online arbitrage, not retail arbitrage, but we've done a lot of retail arbitrage lately, okay? So that's the first thing. But there's also, I saw an interview for some people doing, I think it was 10 million a year with retail arbitrage, which is actually crazy. And so it's actually you can actually scale retail arbitrage way higher than most people actually think, okay? Because and way higher than I was actually thinking you could actually scale even online arbitrage, right? And so it actually makes sense, because you have some sort of competitive advantage if you do retail arbitrage. But I digress, and this is something that we can talk a little bit about later, right? But what I wanted to talk about mainly in this video is the difference in between being a newbie, with retail arbitrage and being an advanced seller with retail arbitrage and how to actually scale retail arbitrage. Not necessarily scale to crazy heights, right? But how to significantly scale retail arbitrage, right? And so the truth is that you can easily, and this is mainly, to be honest, this is what I was doing when I was doing retail arbitrage. I scaled retail arbitrage to almost $30,000 a month, which is nothing compared to what a lot of people do and what Ernie do himself just with the same strategy, pretty much a little bit like the same strategy that I was doing. But you can reach, so I know for sure from my personal experience, okay, you can easily scale retail arbitrage by working like a noob, okay, doing stuff really in a way that is not optimized at all. You can easily go to $30,000 a month, okay. It's going to be a lot of work prepping, but you're probably going to spend a lot of time on traffic, all that stuff. You do not optimize your work, but with doing everything wrong, you can actually, because I was doing a lot of things wrong when I was doing retail arbitrage at that scale, you can easily go to 30, potentially even $50,000 a month, I would say, with retail arbitrage while doing all these things wrong. And when I'm talking about doing these things wrong, here's what I'm talking about. So the way newbies do retail arbitrage is that they go into stores, okay, and they scan every single product. It is definitely not the way to go. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you cannot, and of course, like, by the way, you should just focus on one store or one family of stores. For example, if you do Ross, you should do Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and Burlington, and those stores that sell pretty much the same products, right? Do not go and do these stores and then Walmart and then all that stuff. It is really dumb in my opinion, because you're not going to see the same product, okay? So you should really focus on one family of stores and scan and know where all those stores are in your area, know the sales cycle, know when they actually replenish, know which one is the best store. So for example, for Ross, if you're in Miami, there's one specific location where there's the best Ross, and it makes sense, and I talked about it in my video on how to actually source at Ross. I made a whole video on how to source at Ross, right? But what I'm trying to tell you is that you should become an expert with that store, okay? Understand the sales cycle and know the people in the store, okay? So it's even a bonus point, because you can actually text them whenever they actually receive stuff. They can actually text you, okay? But this is more advanced. But at least knowing the sales cycle, knowing when they actually replan, knowing which store received the best stock in your, like, because not all the stores are going to receive all the stocks, okay? For example, if you're in Miami, do not, like, the last store, if you're in Miami-Dade, the last store that you should check, okay, should always be, like, this is the one. If you are going to skip one store, skip this one, because you are never going to find shit over there, okay? It's the Walmart on 79th Street, right? If you're in Miami, it's in the hood. I hate going over there, okay? It's ghetto. And so it's really ratchet. It's ghetto. And if you are new in Miami, do not go over there. There's nothing to see over there. It's a trash-ass area. It is really bad. Do not go and out over there. But so yeah, it is so ghetto, and so this Ross store is never supplied with the new stock. I mean, they receive new stocks, but like the amount of new stock and interesting stuff that they have is really low. And so, and I'm not going to tell you which store is the best store. Just go watch my video on how to source Ross. Okay, I literally talk about it in that video on how to source Ross in Miami. Right, and in any area, but I actually use Miami as an example. Right, so as I said, I actually went back to doing retail arbitrage, and I started understanding way more things on how to actually improve this business model, right? And so the first thing, as I said, is like newbies will start to scan every single item in every single store, and this is not the way to go, in my opinion, and especially right now, this is the way I actually do it. So when you go into the store, like on the day when they actually replan, right, this should be like the first store that you check early in the morning should be the best store in your area, right? The one that you know is going to be supplied with the new stock. And so this is the moment where you actually want to scan a lot of products. This is the only moment during the week. The Tuesday, yeah, it's Tuesday, okay? I'm going to tell you it's Tuesday. The day they actually replan is Tuesday, okay? They do the replan at night. I think it's at 3 a.m. they start replanning the stores. If I understood correctly from what this guy at the Ross store told me, the security guy, at 3 a.m. they actually replenish the store, okay? At least on the one on South Beach, that's the way they do it. So what you want to do is this, okay? On that day in the morning, you want to wake up early. You want to go to your first store and scan all the products, all the new products that you can find, okay? You're going to do this early in the morning. Hopefully, you're going to find a product that sells super fast, that you can sell FBM, and you should list it as soon as you are in the store. As soon as you find the products in the store, you should list it, okay? That should be the first thing. You're going to grab all those products, okay? You're going to see what sells fast. Hopefully, you're going to know some of those products. Okay? And if you've been doing online arbitrage, sometimes you will find some of those products. But what you want to look mainly on Tuesday morning is you want to find the loop for the week. Okay, the product that you are going to be chasing at every single Ross store over and over again this week and all the coming weeks. Okay, when they actually replan the stores. This is the product. So you want to find the product that you are going to chase for that week on Tuesday, ideally in the morning. So what you are going to do, and of course, do not do this at 5 p.m. when everybody get out of work. You want to do this in when traffic is low, right? So you want to go from that time, okay? So, and you are going to start early, so you should be fine on Tuesday, all right? Once you start finding your loops for the week, you want to go, so you want to stop scanning at that time, okay? And so what you want to do is you want to go to every single store, every single Ross store in your area, in your city, in your county, in your state if you have to, if it's a huge product, okay? If that week you have a huge product, you want to go to the whole state if you can. And you want to go and grab this product. So you are going to go, so when you go into a new Ross, okay, after, especially on Tuesday, you can spend a little time actually scanning and doing all that stuff. But after that, if I'm being 100% honest, after that, and even starting on Tuesday night, you want to go everywhere and you do not want to spend more than 20-30 minutes per store, okay? And it should even be less than that if there's no one at the register, okay? If there's not a long line at the register. You want to go into Ross. You want to grab so you go to a new Ross, you enter the store, you go straight to the aisle where you have your loop for the week, okay? Your loop for the week and for the next week and all that stuff, okay? You go into the aisle, you grab all the units that are available, and you do this for all the loops that you have, and you leave the store. You stop scanning, okay? You do not even count how many units you have. You just grab everything. You go into at the register, you pay, you go to the next store, okay? And so you do not want to spend more than 15-20 minutes if there's no line. If there's a line, of course, it can take you 30 minutes, but you in and you out as fast as you went in, okay? And you move to the next store. Then, when you get back at night, it's when you count your units and you make sure that you count how many units you have and you list everything, okay? But you want to list as you are in the store, all right? That's the first thing, so you can actually get sales, all right? And so what you do on the next weeks, whenever it's the day that they actually replan, the first thing that you check, you do not spend time actually scanning every single product, because by the way, if I'm being 100% honest, right now, I went to a couple of stores today. I went to, let me count. I probably went to 7 stores today. Just at night. I was doing other stuff in the morning. I was actually taking care of the eBay business and other business in the morning. Okay, and this YouTube channel and all that stuff, right? But what I did in those 7 stores, it took me to go to these 7 stores. I think I started around 6 p.m. and I probably ended at 10 p.m. even before 10 p.m. Okay, at 9:30. I was probably done at 9:30, 10. I was actually start driving back home. Okay. What I did is I just went into the store and trying to grab those products. And of course, you know, I'm not going to that aisle specifically because I have multiple loops, okay? There are some products that there's more supply for than other products, but what you want to do is go for these products. And yes, you may scan 1, 2, 3 products to see how they are doing if you see some products that catch your eyes, but you want to be fast, right? And so I believe if we actually look at how many products I scanned today with Scodify while going to these 7 stores, I probably scanned, like, I don't know, maybe I scanned 15-20 products in total, because my job was to go into these stores, find the product that I was looking for, go to the next store, okay? Find the next products, go to the next store. Find the next product, go to the next store. And I drove all around Miami doing this today, all right? I mean tonight, all right? So then I went home, I counted my units, I listed my units, that's it, all right? And I'm pretty sure that some of them actually already sold. Maybe not, because it's a little bit late. Let me actually check, because I just did it. I just finished working on this like right now when I got home. I started, I ate a little bit. I watched a show. I watched Fallout. It's a nice show. I watched half of the first episode and then I actually started shooting this video. And actually, yes, I just like right before I actually listed right before I actually started doing this video, I'm sorry. What I'm trying to say is, right before I actually started shooting this video, I just listed the thing, right, those units right before I actually started shooting this video, and in 20 minutes I already have 3 sales from the stuff that I actually listed, right? So yeah, this is how you do retail arbitrage. Okay, you do not go into stores scanning every single thing. You do not want to waste time. Of course, you're gonna miss some leads. Okay, there's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna miss some leads, but you cannot focus on everything. Okay, find your loop, grab everything in your whole state, and think about it this way. If you do it this way, you're gonna reduce the competition and the amount of potential newbies that are going to jump on your listings, right? So this is what you want to do. You want to find those units. You want to find those items. Okay, you want to grab them all in your whole state. Maybe not your whole state. You can do your whole city. Okay, your whole city, your whole county, and yeah, just find some friends to share those bolo with, and start doing retail arbitrage this way. Okay, and of course, like at one point you should stop doing retail arbitrage, but sometimes, you know, it adds a little fun to this business, because it is quite boring staying in front of your computer all day looking for products at one point. But you should actually do it. By the way, if you want to transition into online arbitrage, 100%, I would actually, if you want to learn online arbitrage, I would actually tell you to stop retail arbitrage and just do online arbitrage for a little while, okay? And then you can incorporate more retail arbitrage if you want to. You can do a mix if you want, but if you really want to learn online arbitrage, do a clean cut and just start doing online arbitrage. That's it. That's how you're gonna learn. And the reason why I actually was able to learn this fast is because I had no other choice, as I told you. And I'm going to tell you the story. I'm going to tell you the whole story in a future video, by the way, on why. So we get to know each other a little bit better, you know, because you guys do not know a lot about me, but I'm going to tell you all about this story in a few days, maybe. I don't know when I feel like actually talking about that. When it's a slow day and I do not want to think about what kind of video I could shoot, if I'm a little bit lazy to do my brainstorming on what video I want to shoot for you guys for that day. And usually I have a few videos in advance. So even right now, you know, I'm shooting this video tonight, it releases tomorrow, but I have like 5 videos in my backlog in case I do not want to shoot, but I'm shooting every day anyways. You know, and I think I have more than 5 videos in the backlog. Stuff that I should actually release. I have too many, I have so much content for you guys. It's already hard enough to digest my content like this, like it is right now. I could do 2 videos a day. By the way, I could do 2 videos a day. I'm not going to do it because a lot of you guys are going to be lost in information. What you need, most of you, what you need is not more information. I mean, yes, a lot of you need the right information. You have too much information. You just don't have the right information. And so, by the way, follow me on social media, talking about right information. Clean your feed and follow me. All right. But yeah, like, this is how you do retail arbitrage. Stop scanning everything, find your loop, and then hunt for that loop everywhere. Make a map of all the store. Like, try to really become an expert for one specific store, one specific branch of store. And as I said, if it's Walmart, do Walmart, Target, and whatever else. They're pretty much the same product. If it's Ross, do Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Burlington, all those stores, they're pretty much the same product, you know? So yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. I release a new video daily. I've been like, this tea is strong. A lot of caffeine. So it's 1 a.m., but I still have a lot of work to do, so yeah, I guess I'm going for the whole night. So I'll see you tomorrow if I wake up, hopefully. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the support, by the way. I really appreciate all of you guys. So listening to me with long videos like this. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.